Building a pricing formula for patio cleaning is extremely simple, but it gets a bit more complicated if the homeowner has multiple patios. This used to be a thing of how do we account for multiple patios? Do we just combine the two square footages? That was the most logical explanation, and for a lot of jobs that did work. But you run into this other problem of what if one of the patios is paver, the other is concrete? Generally with pavers, you're going to charge quite a bit more for the cleaning than for concrete. So how do you handle that? Okay. Well, it's something that a lot of auto bidder customers are running into. Now, it's not super common. Most houses just have one patio, or if they do have multiple, they're all the same material, but it does happen where they're multi-material. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to account for that. Basically, we're going to be adding a question that says how many patios, and then for each patio, we're going to get the specific details we need. All right. So let me open up patio cleaning here in this example. And you'll see we actually have a question here that has number of patios. This was sort of a way of handling this problem previously, and we're going to show you the better way of handling it. So we've got number of patios, square footage, material of patios, and you can see the formula right here. Number of patios multiplied by 15, so you're basically charging $15 per patio, and then square footage multiplied by 9, so 9 cents per square foot plus 15 if it's only one patio, and then you're adding material type. Now, I'm not a fan of this formula, so we're going to go ahead and rebuild it. But before I do that, let me test it and show you what we're coming up with. Now, I also have a minimum price, I believe, of $50 or $75 for patio cleaning. So let's say we have one patio. Let's say the total square footage is 400 feet. Let's say it's 20 by 20. And let's say it's concrete. We'll skip delete input info. Okay, and we're at $71. Okay, all things considered, not bad. So let's go ahead and build this out again. So we're going to head back to formulas, open up patio cleaning. And now we're going to add a new variable, but this one is going to be a repeating group. And this is going to say, we just call this patio details. Add variable. And we can delete this, delete this. So now we're left with only two questions. We'll get rid of that formula. Okay. So repeating groups are interesting because it allows you to take a set of questions and repeat it. So in this example, if they say two patios, each patio is going to ask the material, the square footage of each patio. Okay. So let's go ahead and set this up. So first, we're going to want to set the count source to use another question. And for count variable, we're going to say number of patios. Minimum instances will be 1. Maximum, there will be none. Okay, now this is where we're going to add our child questions. So we're going to say patio material. And the options here, this will be a multiple choice. We could also go drop down. Maybe I will go drop down for this case. And let's give our options here. Concrete. And we'll go stamped concrete. And then we'll go flagstone. And I'll leave it at that, but you could add whatever you want. I'll leave the card icons empty. And I'll set that up there. Okay, so we got patio material. And now we're going to go ahead and say patio square footage. And this could be either a stepper or a number or a slider, or you could do drop down and give customers the range. I'll go number. And then we'll give this a unit variable of square feet. Add variable. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab these IDs. And this UI should be a bit better, honestly. And we're going to take patio material, and we're going to multiply that by patio square foot. Okay, and you can check here. Looking good. So now we've got basically our formula set. We're taking price per square foot. Super simple. Our minimum pricing is going to stay the same here. See, I got a minimum set of $50. So that is good. Patio square footage. And let's go ahead and save. And then we'll go test it out. And then actually one thing, I do need to add the patio details variable here. Now I don't need to do anything to it. I could like do addition and add $12 or $15 or whatever you want. I'll just leave it base for right now, and then I'll try to enter some details that would put us over that $50 minimum threshold. Head back to the call screen. Select patio cleaning, and let's say I have one patio. It shows 1. Okay. Let's say I select 2 patios. You can see now you have the input for 2. Let's say I have 4 different patios. It gives you the input details for all 4. So let's keep it simple to start. Let's say 2 patios. Let's say this one's concrete, and let's say it's 600 square feet. And let's say we got one that's pavers, that's 300 square feet. Actually, you know what? I forgot to set the price per square foot for getting ahead of myself a little bit. Sorry, guys. I forgot to set the price per square foot for the material. Just remembered. So concrete, let's say we want to start off at 12. Pavers, let's say we want to start out at, let's go with 30, I guess. Stamped concrete, let's go 14. And then flagstone, let's go 24. Okay, now let's go save. And we'll head back over to the call screen again, just refresh. Patio cleaning. Let's go with 2 patios again. Let's say for this one it's concrete, and we'll say 600. And then we'll say this one is pavers, and let's just say 300. Get a quote, skip the lead info. And there you go, 162. All right. And that was really simple. I mean, this can get much more complex if you want to add questions like, if you're doing holiday light installation, it's pretty common to ask how many trees, right? And then for each tree, you would ask like what type, the density, how tall, how many pillars, a house, anything where you need to know like a number of items and then details about each of those items. The repeating group calculation type comes in very handy. So that was a brief demo as to how to set that up. If you have any more questions, please contact support and we will help you out. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.